Hello. Welcome to Glive Game Night Gaming News. Happy Monday,
Happy
happy
Monday.
National Heroes Day.
Woo!
And we do have a special show for today because we have a special guest. And we're gonna talk about gaming for couples. That's very
Yeah.
amazing.
Awesome.
Yes. Uh, so to introduce our our very special guest,
Very
he
special
is
guest.
He is one half of G's at the Table. It's a new show that you can follow. We're gonna post the link later so that you can follow, so that you can enjoy amazing content from our friend Morgan Gonzales. Hello.
Hi guys,
Yeah.
pleasure.
Woo!
I'm so happy to be with you today. Thank you for having me.
Woo! Morgan! yeah.
Yeah,
And so welcome to the show. And welcome to our uh amazing viewers. So again, I'm so happy that there are already people.
Binabalik natin yung early birds. What did you call it before? The
Uh,
Our
uh,
watchers sa mga nauna. Basta mga nauna. Welcome to the stream. Ivan already here. Hi folks. Kaway-kaway. Kaway-kaway tayo kay Ivan. Welcome. Welcome. Arcelion also. Pa-shout out mga Pogi. Welcome. I'm sure you are Pogi also. Welcome to the stream. Yan.
ayan.
But yeah, as Dwayne said, we're gonna be talking about gaming for couples with a special guest here, Morgan, and very excited for the topics today. But before that, we do have some G Live gaming news, everything related to gaming, to geek news,
Yes.
to be presented by our one and only Dwayne. There you go.
Me, yes.
awesome.
Okay. Well, first up, last week, Tuesday. So just after we ended the show, the trailer for Spider-Man No
What?
Way Home was revealed, and it is
Grabe.
amazing. It's super hype, and we're all excited for it. If you haven't seen it, we're gonna show the trailer right now, and we're gonna react to it.
We are. Okay, here you go. We're gonna show it.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop! Come on.
So this is directly after the events from Far From Home, right? When Peter was revealed,
Yeah.
his identity.
I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Doesn't he
On his
really-
T-shirt it says ano yan? The physics might be theoretical but the fun is real. So, parang
Record never
wala lang, some geek related T-shirts.
Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
So, Peter, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved that
Doctor
for
Strange.
We're beyond your knowledge.
Wearing
And
a
the
sweater and sweatpants.
And the Sanctum Sanctorum is like frozen. I don't know what's happening.
My identity.
This is not a pirated showing of
I was wondering if
Spider-Man
maybe
No
you
Way
could
Home.
make
Don't
it
worry.
so that he never did.
We're reacting to the trailer.
Strange. Don't cast
Here's
that
my reaction.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah,
Ah!
reaction na.
Woo!
Wong, of
Woo!
course. I don't know where he's going as well.
The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker
Vacation
is
daw yun.
Spider-Man.
Wait,
Everyone needs a vacation.
Can't some people still know?
Ang fun naman siguro if you have a friend na sorcerer supreme, no? Parang, hey friend,
Ned,
can you cast a spell?
Can you make a light show?
What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. Multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you
So many
trying to
trains.
lie.
Ano yung
Walker
box na
here
hawak
will
ni
treat
Peter?
the pups.
Happy Hogan. Tapos may mga... That's the pumpkin bomb, right?
That's Green
From
Goblin, right?
Green Goblin.
Not Hobgoblin. Yeah.
Ah!
Hello, Peter.
Doc Ock.
Nice.
It's the same guy.
Nice.
Yes, it's Alfred
Nice.
Molina.
Okay.
Nice.
Familiar.
I'm so hyped for this kasi big fan of sa totoo lang Spider-Man. My brother is a big fan of Spider-Man and dahil doon naging super big fan din ako. And like Tobey Maguire, best Spider-Man.
Mm.
Yun lang
Really
yung masasabi ko. And I'm really excited if ever walang confirmed but
Alright.
I've seen some photos na Andrew Garfield and Tobey is there and sobrang hyped ako for that. Yun na lang.
Yeah,
Kasi-
sobrang hype. No Way Home will be showing December 17. Konting na lang kasi by Wednesday, September na. Burr months na. Pag Burr months na,
Yeah.
December na yan kagad.
Tama.
It's so close though. And I love visual effects and nakita niyo naman dun sa trailer pa lang, no. Like top-notch visual effects. They did more here than I think than siguro yung mga past before the end game and yung adventures no, yung mga past movies na yun. I just love it. And sinabi pa nila that the trailer is just like not even the tip of the iceberg sa
Yeah,
makikita natin dun sa movie.
like
Wow.
there could be a Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking there is. But
We only seen in the trailer 2 confirmed villains, so Doc Ock and Green Goblin. So
Yep.
maybe 4 more villains para Sinister Six. And it just goes to show that Marvel is really a force to be reckoned with, both in entertainment, and this is the reason why there's a lot of board games na Marvel related kasi it's just a really a big force na parang you have Marvel Splendor, Marvel Champions, Marvel United, a lot of Marvel content because it's the big thing happening, and it's nice na for us na geeks and nerds we're having the spotlight now that our heroes
Ooh.
are here and everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah. Let's just read the comments before we go to the next news. Madami. Krisky says, yan ang topic na timely for me. Ha ha ha. Sana meron na games, na gateway to board gaming. I want to onboard her sa gaming. Ooh, looks like
Perfect.
in love
You
si
are
Chris.
in the right show.
Yan. Arthelion says, yay, board game for couples. Yes, we love board game for couples. Pero si Sam, sabi niya, Miss drops by, sees the topic, steps out, lol. Hindi siya
You know what,
nag-board games for couples. Malay mo, it's not co-op.
Applicable rin to with other kinds of relationships, not
Oh, yeah.
necessarily romantic relationships, like you have a sister or parents that you want to get into board gaming na parang you have a relationship tapos you want to introduce them to board gaming.
Yeah.
Also applicable.
Fred says, Doctor Strange, can you cast a spell for me to forget all my board game purchases? If you forget them, bigla na lang, saan nanggaling to lahat?
Don't you want to wish na parang ano na lang?
You get more money, more board games.
Oo.
Why
Instead
do
of
you want to
forgetting all your...
forget?
No, don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luvin says, tamang-tama na receive ko na yung Marvel Splendor. Thanks, GL. Well, you're welcome, Luvin. And Sam says, where everyone thought Wanda would break the multiverse, but it was Doctor Strange all along. Smug pa siya.
Pwedeng
Smug pa siya.
Wanda, pwedeng Doctor Strange, pwedeng Loki, or Sylvie if you've watched the Loki series.
Ay, we
Pero
did not.
yeah.
Spoilers.
Was it spoiler?
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
Oh my God.
Gina says, I wonder if theaters will be open by December. Hopefully, it's all
I don't
hope.
know.
Theaters.
There you go. Okay, sige. Our next news, Dwayne?
Okay. So jumping from Marvel, we're moving to another well-loved anime now having a live action remake with Netflix. Cowboy Bebop will be having
Woo!
a live
Oh.
action remake starring John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda. And we got the first look, some pictures of the trio and an adorable dog.
They look awesome,
So
actually.
yes, they are. John Cho looks amazing.
Yeah. For those who don't know what Cowboy Bebop is, care to share, Dwayne?
Yep. It's basically they are space cowboys, and
Yeah.
they they go from planet to planet doing odd jobs and um basically being a cowboy,
Cowboy, space cowboy.
space cowboy.
There you go. So this is the information that we know so far. It's of course it's based on the 1998 anime. Stars John
Hmm.
Cho, Mustafa Shakir, Daniela Pineda. Original score composed by icon Yoko Kano, consulted on by the original director Shinichiro Watanabe. Am I saying that right? And then it debuts on Netflix globally on November 19th, which is not far also. Not
Not far.
far at all. So another series that we're excited for. This one, Cowboy Bebop. Good cast also, and of course yung anime is really good. So excited for this one. Hopefully they don't change it too much from the anime. Depende. It can go both ways. If they change it too much, parang this is not Cowboy Bebop, or if they don't change it at all, baka masyadong on point. So let's see how they do this. But I'm sure from the people who are part of this and yung mga directors and everything, I'm sure they're gonna do something great here. Yan.
Okay. Uh, Next up, we're gonna do a little bit of serious news. And there's a content warning for the discussion about sexual assault, stalking, mental health, and emotional harassment. This is about the CEO of Broken Token following sexual assault allegations.
Yep.
Uh, yes, so the Gloomhaven creator and Evil Hat cut ties with Broken Token following the sexual assault allegations. You can read about the allegations, the response of the CEO, and the reaction of the community. However, what we want to emphasize is how we, us as a community, can help make our board gaming hobby a safe space.
Yep.
First up is more and more people are empowered to speak about their experiences. It's not that a lot more people are being harassed. It's just that we want people to be empowered to speak out about their experiences. If someone comes to you saying that they are uncomfortable or they share with you their experiences, listen to them and support them. Do not brush off their concerns or say that it's nothing, because clearly it's not nothing, because they came to you. Also, if someone in your group is acting inappropriately, either jokingly, you can tell them that they're making others uncomfortable. Sometimes they are not aware that they're acting inappropriately, and
Mm-hmm.
that could be easily rectified. Uh, and sometimes they know that they're acting inappropriately, and now they know that this group, this community, will not allow that kind of action to thrive.
Yeah.
So again, uh, it's up to us, the community, to make this space, our board gaming hobby, a space safe.
There you go. So let's help each other make the hobby, even with your friends, a space, your board game groups. Let's just make it a safe place for
Safe
everyone. No?
space,
Yeah.
yes.
There you
Agree.
go.
And then lastly, this one, we just um found out that a Fog of Love and its expansions
What?
will be re-released by Floodgate Games, and it's due winter in 2021. It was originally printed by Hush Hush Projects, but unfortunately that company went under. And now we get the Fog of Love plus the three
Mm.
original expansions plus Love on Lockdown expansion.
Plus
So
more.
plus more.
Yeah.
Love and
So
light.
something to look forward, and that is related to our topic for today, which is board gaming for couples.
There
Awesome.
you go. So thank you for the news, Dwayne. If you guys wanna check those out, yung mga links na yan, you can just search them or you can message us if you want to check them out. I'll also try to post it in the comments. Yan.
Yeah.
But going to our topic, the meat of the show, Morgan is here to talk about our board gaming for couples. Yeah.
Yay! Welcome, Morgan.
Yeah, yeah. As Dwayne said a while ago, yeah, I just want to emphasize that this is really not specifically for, well, for me with my wife. I usually play with my wife, so it's not usually for husband and wife couple. It can be, let's call it board gaming for partners.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
it can be your partner, your significant other, your brother, your sister, or your tito or whoever you play with, na kayong dalawa lang, this can be right for you, or this, yeah, yeah, yun siya.
Agree. Okay. First off, we have to address supposedly we have um your better half Ronnie
Yep.
in the stream. However, she's not available right now. Uh
Yeah.
yes, but hopefully we can get to have you again on the show, both of you, so that we can talk to the both of you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
She's just kind of busy with the variable play stuff right now, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yeah. So we have a couple of questions on bullet points, but first up,
Yeah, good.
how did you guys meet?
Oh,
You and Ronnie,
Ah.
okay.
if you don't mind
Oh,
sharing.
sure, sure. It's I simple lang. We're both software developers in a company, so we're technically office mates. And then I was transferred to her group, where that during that time I was just under probationary, and siya nung time na yon parang she just got promoted. So somehow senior ko siya. And
Mm.
then so ayun. And then ayun, so we got to know each other, and then kunwari papaturo na ako, nahihirapan ako dito, paano ba to, and stuff like that. So
Sorry, may
medyo,
nag-comment.
medyo cheesy. Hoy, baka senior ka naman. Yan, ganun ka sa akin. Okay, dito ka. Trainee ako
I love
noon.
it.
Okay, that was like 2007. Yeah. Kasi 2008 naging kami. So, and then yeah, and the rest is history. So, ayun, it started sa office lang. So, ayun.
Uh, what came first? Your 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 how do I phrase it?
Sure.
Board games? Nauna
Ah,
ba?
okay.
Or si
Ano?
Rune? Alright.
Nauna si Ronnie, and then I I journeyed to different hobbies. Like I was doing Magic the Gathering, like competitively I play regularly every Saturdays at Robinson's Galleria during those times. And then
Nice.
nauso yung PSP, so and stuff like
Ah,
that,
yeah.
Tekken tournament and stuff like that. So yun, dami. And then pumasok yung online MOBA, at I think that was like 2011 siguro to. Nauso yung MOBA na online na, not just the Dota wherein you play LAN.
Yeah.
Ang daming hobby ko na pinasukan, mostly video games, and then only through board games na talagang na I try to introduce all of the hobbies that I experience sa life ko. Ganun ako eh, parang I want to share what I really like, or I
Yeah.
feel, alam mo yun, yung ganong feeling. And then suddenly yun, sa board game lang nag-click na,
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, we've been playing since 2016, and still addict pa rin bumili.
Yeah, going
Never
strong.
forget. Yeah,
Going
going strong. Yeah,
Pero
going
I
strong.
agree na parang in a healthy relationship, it's nice to have parang hobbies.
Yeah,
Either you share new hobbies tas you enjoy them together. Kasi you get to have some activities that you can do together, tapos you can learn something new about each other. And we go to our first question. Main question
sure.
is, why do you think board gaming is perfect for couples?
All right. Okay. So, sige. I have 3 points here in mind na nilista ko. But before I
Sure.
share all of these answers, actually, when Dwayne, you PM'd me like siguro a month ago or 3 weeks ago no about this one. If I
Yes.
could, okay, that time we are also. I think I mentioned it to you. We're also actually
Yes.
planning to have a similar topic to be released from the variable play network, and we were thinking paano ko kaya gagawing somehow special yung or unique yung i-share ko sa live sa gaming library versus sa variable play which is tomorrow. Anyway, so I'd like to focus today on how are you going to introducing board gaming to your significant other, like if
Yeah.
like yung mostly well, my experience on how do I introduce my board gaming to my wife, that's what siguro I'm going to share to you right now. These
Yeah.
are, I just want to also clarify that these are just advices, tips. These are not actually solutions because
Yeah.
we differ naman. So yeah. So okay, going back to the question. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Pivot.
No, no worries.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, going back to the question. The first one is why do we think board gaming is perfect? Because number one, board games together brings people closer. Like yun nga.
Yeah.
Kasi generally, like what you've said a while ago, Dwayne, although na-spoil mo a little bit. Yeah, when you do
I,
things together as a couple, like actually it's not just board gaming eh. In a relationship, like just for example, a husband and wife relationship, if you wanted to make the relationship stronger, I'm sure most of you will agree, just do things together. Like what do usually couples do? They travel together, they eat together, something like that. Basta doing things together or exercise, di ba? Mag-jogging. It somehow gives you encouragement. It empowers each other to do more or alam mo yun,
yes.
it creates a certain bond where yun nga it encourages to share to conversations na hindi nyo naman usually ginagawa, or it even creates new shared memories.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in that
Yes.
board game, oy, parang uh, kami ni Ronnie, we have some memories, board game memories with our families that hanggang ngayon pinagtatawanan pa namin. And that, like how she played that take that card on me na alam mo yun na
Yeah.
it made me lose the game. Pero ngayon, parang pinagtatawanan namin. Ikaw nga, nilaglag mo ako sa Celestia eh. Something like that. Yung mga ganun. But in a jokingly manner. So yeah,
Oh, naman. Yeah.
those memories really are something that, ano mo yun, it spices up the relationship.
Yes,
I
it does.
totally agree. Kasi parang, yeah, you get a wealth of memories in board gaming. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
those, it's yung, parang the game itself, you can forget who won, what
Yeah,
happened. Pero yung mga memories within the game, those are the things that would stick with you.
Yeah.
exactly.
Also, the conversations, lalo na in board gaming, the conversations that you can make that you won't generally make outside of board gaming, like, oh, we saved, let's save Tokyo before we save Los Angeles when we're playing Pandemic, ganyan. Why do you want to save Paris first? Why do you want to go there? Tas may mga iba-iba ng ano, kasi dyan yung honeymoon natin. Yung mga ganun na
Nice.
conversations that you would only talk about in circumstances na nilagay kayo ng board gaming into. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, basically the first point is it brings playing board games together brings couples closer.
Yeah.
Agree.
Agree.
So yeah, let's siguro jumping on to my second point. Why board gaming is perfect to couples is because it helps learn new things about your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
in any ano naman eh, like how they handle stress, or like mostly for us kami ni Ronnie, even in when we were in video gaming, it reveals us hidden quirks na or what they call this behaviors na hindi mo makikita on a normal day-to-day basis. Like
Yeah.
we were playing Overcooked.
Ah,
So,
oof.
yung wife ko, she's just chill, and then yung pamangkin ko, parang tuwan-tuwa siya. Ako, asar na. Hindi nila masalo yung ginagawa ko pagkain.
Oo,
Something like
maghugas
that.
ka ng pinggan.
So, ako medyo I'm on the micromanaging side. So, ganun. So, yeah, it somehow reveals behaviors that are somehow interesting. Not necessarily they are negative. Like
Yeah.
it also you minsan in board games nakikita mo ay itong taong to pala very sensitive pala siya when it comes to the subject of colonialism. Oh,
Mm.
oh.
Yeah.
I really want to appreciate how yung shinare mo about the colonialism. It really gives me kahit ako personally, Ronnie and I were actually talking about it, and it really gives us a new perspective na, come to think of it, parang, yeah, kahit sabi mo, okay, it's just a game. Sorry, I'm parang napivot ako.
Go
Okay
lang.
lang, go
But
lang.
anyway, yeah, yung mga ganong conversation, yung mga ganong opinion, mga perspective, it suddenly biglang nagre-reveal, lumalabas, and then you got to learn more about each other. So kahit ako, we've been married for almost 5 years now, and I could say I'm still learning.
Congratulations. Yes, 5
Congratulations.
years.
Yeah. Pero total mga na kami, siguro we've been together for 13, 14 years.
Okay.
Layari ako.
Wala, may message na.
Ala.
But
Yeah.
Arthur Leon said, tama you discovered something new sa partner or kalaro mo. That is true.
I agree.
Actually, I recently just played the video games with my girlfriend naman. Tapos dun ko nalaman na nahirapan siya sa left and sa right. And nape-pressure siya pag sinasabihan ko siya na plant the spike.
I saw
We play
this.
Valorant.
You played it. I thought I saw your
Valorant
stream.
and
You
It Takes Two.
played
Yeah.
It Takes Two. It's
Yeah.
one amazing video game that is great for couples. Yung brother ko rin, he played it with his girlfriend. Na parang he learned a lot about, because the game is really nice. It's really perfect for couples. But later we can jump on that. I want to say rin na yes, gaming, it puts you in a safe space where you can discuss things, learn new things about each other. Plus, sometimes pag you're in a game, right? Parang the walls are down. Na parang it reveals the real you. That's why in a lot of team building activities sa companies, it's usually a game. Kasi
Icebreaker game, yeah.
mas nakikita, competitive pala si ganyan, mas chill pala siya, ganito pala siya mag-handle ng stress. So I totally agree that board gaming, you will learn a lot about your partner or your significant other.
Yeah.
Ronnie says, di ko pa rin makakalimutan na di mo ako minersi sa Tekken. So may mga memories din na ganun, no?
Yeah. We were playing PSP niyan, so I'm teaching her Tekken.
Yeah. Then Jake says, saan natulog si Morgan nung gabing ito? And then bumawi naman, sabi ni Ronnie, jowa pa lang nun pero may pa-flowers na the next day. Nice.
That's so sweet. That's nice.
Beat them in the game and then buy flowers the next day. Feel good about it for like one night and then buy them flowers the next day.
Yeah. Pero yeah, tama din yung sinabi mo, Willow, like yung experience mo sa girlfriend mo. Yeah, it's like that na, ganun pala, hindi pala, medyo may ano pala siya doon. So it's also an opportunity for you to, how can you help her out? Or how can you be there for each other to complement yung weaknesses of each other? So something like that. I think that's the good way to look about it.
Yeah. I agree. Parang you complement the strengths and weaknesses of each other.
And at least outside, even when you discover it in gaming, even outside, then you'll know that so hindi niya pala gusto na nape-pressure siya masyado, hindi pala gusto na sinasabihan mo na gawin mo to, or pag nagda-drive sabihin mo lang left, baka mag-right siya. Yun yung mga ganun na ano. So at least you know that those things can happen, and those are the things na you wouldn't want to risk happening dun sa away nyo outside of the gaming, and you have gaming or something like a hobby to do, na you can discover it there without or very little um friction lang when it comes to ano, kasi you can just say, oh, it was just a game. So at least outside of that, you know about it, and then you can adjust and understand more, basically. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's it. So that's the second point. It helps you learn new things about your partner. Yeah. And finally, my final point is I think everyone could agree with this, and it's relatable to our current situation, is it breaks the routine in romantic relationships, or it breaks monotony, especially
Yeah.
Mm.
when you're staying at home. Ito lang ginagawa nyo every day. You wake up, prepare, go to work, cook food, watch movie, and then rinse, repeat, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, ayun. So, such games, yung may mga games that, yun, it can be a romantic getaway to help escape the routine in, like, for example, traveling distant planets, like in On Mars, enduring dangerous adventures, like in Near and Far, and even think sharply winnings. It's a strategic battle or war, like in Spirit Island. So, ayun, alam mo yun, in different games, you get to experience different things that would break the monotony in our lifestyle,
Yeah.
Yes, I
especially in
totally agree.
relationships. Yes. So ayun, I think this is my one of my favorite point here in the three things. So ayun.
Lalo na 'di ba a lot of couples that I know, they travel, and for the past year we cannot travel.
Yeah.
And in board
Mm.
games you can travel through the board game. So
Travel.
parang you can go to Japan through Tokaido, or to
Yeah.
parang
Mm.
through to Jamaica,
Yeah.
by the board game, kasi it's parang you're living vicariously through that game.
Correct. That's correct. So ayun. So those are my 3 points why we think board gaming is perfect for couples.
Yeah.
All
Nice.
right.
All really good points. And
Yes,
when you
I
when you sum it all up together, no, it's parang it just makes you question na parang bakit hindi pa kami nag-gaming ng partner ko, or if you have a relationship with yung you want to fix a broken relationship, or like a something with your brother or yung mga kapatid mo, or your tito or whatever. This is really one way of one learning more about them,
Yeah.
um or to discuss more things about with them that you normally don't do, or just a really good bonding time, creating memories. And I agree that board gaming really does that. Yeah.
Oh
uh
yeah. Before we jump into our next topic, we do actually we forgot. We kind of forgot. We have a GL question for the stream: is what is your favorite two-player board game? We also encourage you, if you have games on, parang if you have questions about board gaming for two players, or board gaming for couples, or anything that you want to ask us while we're here in the show, just type in the comment below, and we'll post it on the screen, and we'll try to answer your questions.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we're gonna move on to the meat of the topic, which is how to introduce board gaming to your significant other. So,
Okay.
let me set the premise. For example, you have been in, I have been in the hobby for 5 6 years. Yan. Tapos parang I want to introduce someone, but I'm not sure how they would react or take it, or parang I really want to share the hobby with them, pero so what are the strategies so that it will be received well?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I also have another set of 3 points for that.
Yes, yeah, you
We
can
love
jump.
And
3 points.
okay, yeah, yeah. Again, this are just advices and tips. These are not necessary solutions. And ayun, I'll just try to relate or to share what how it relates to the both of us, kami ni Ronnie.
Mhm.
Okay, so first is for you to be able. I think the best for the first step that you would do to introduce a game or board gaming as a hobby to your SO is first know what they like. Like,
Mhm.
okay, ano bang ginagawa nito? What games if lalaki yung partner mo, ano ba siya? Mahilig ba 'to mag-MOBA? Okay. Last time I shared like top 3 games sa channel ni Artilion that are gateway games related to MOBA players kasi they're MOBA players. So
Mhm.
okay, okay, maybe do you like to draw? Do you like to paint? Maybe introduce some roll and write games perhaps, or ano ba, do you play Pokemon? Do you like the idea of collecting stuff? Okay, so set collection. Okay, so something like that. Know what they like. Ano yung doon mo sila tamaan, like for example, if your partner is also into sports, something
Mhm.
like that, or if they are like interested in the subject of what is that brain yung sa stars,
Astronomy.
Beyond the
astronomy,
sun.
okay, okay, yeah,
Astrology.
uh, astrology yung sa mga zodiac, di ba? So nalilito ako sa
Astrology
dalawang
and
yun.
zodiac
Okay,
sign.
okay, astronomy, yeah. So I have a friend who's interested in astronomy. So inaano ko sa kanya yung terraforming Mars. It's something
Ah,
about like
yes.
ganun. So ayan. So yun, know what they like. Doon mo sila unang tatamaanin. Know their interest. The thing is, it shows na you really cared for that person,
Yep.
not just to throw in, oh, let's play a game. This is the best two-player game of all. Codenames do it without knowing if gustuhan niya ba to or hindi. Although, yeah, it's a solid game, pero you didn't really study about your partner.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's a good move for you to do to before you jump into introducing or as
Yeah.
part of introducing board gaming.
Yeah. Giving like doing that kasi it like bringing a game na you chose intentionally for this person. Like, I do this also with like friends, with family. Like yung yung tito ko is like an architect. And then I told him, "Oh, do you want to play a game?" Tapos parang for him, parang wala, game lang yan and whatever. Pero naisip ko, okay, next time kasi sabihin ko, floor plan. We're gonna play floor plan. We're gonna make a house, a floor plan sa house, and you might be interested in this. Yung mga ganun na type. And it just shows that you also, lalo na sa significant others mo, that you listen to their stories, to their hobbies, and then you're just trying to show them that okay, my hobby can kind of do something that you're interested in also. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
goes
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and especially if there's like for example, your significant other, yung experience lang sa board game is chess, Monopoly, Scrabble. It's parang we have a wealth of board games with amazing themes na
yeah.
parang we can choose a game na parang suited, na parang perfect siya for your significant other, para kuha mo na kagad. You're parang the barrier of entry is lower, na parang at least mas madaling magustuhan yung game.
Yeah. I just want to go through the comments na I think
Sure,
this was
yeah.
posted a while ago. Sabi ni Arthelion, parang it gives spice to the relationship. I like the last point, well said, Morgie. I think that was
Yeah.
the first one, the first
Yung
topic
breaks
kanina.
the monotony. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ron, welcome Ron. Thank you for dropping by. Sabi niya, gaming, especially with friends and family, needs to be more intentional. This is a really, really good point.
I agree.
You don't, I think when you want to play with your friends and you're the one in the hobby, I think you should be more like, guys, laro tayo nito, ito yung lalaroin natin, ganyan. Hindi yung parang, gusto niya ba maglaro? Or pag lull time lang na parang, gusto niya ba, wala tayong ginagawa,
Yeah.
maglaro.
Parang you have to set the stage, you have to make it you have to carve out some time so that you make it as fun as possible for everyone.
Yeah. And then Gino says, I told my partner one time we'd go on a hiking date. Sabi niya, it's lockdown, where can we hike? And then then Gino took out Parks from the shelf with a huge smile and thumbs up. Perfect.
Swabe.
Perfect. Yeah,
3
yun
points.
ang galing.
And
that's amazing.
Jake says, Steph Curry pala tong si Morgan, panay 3 points. For three.
Yeah.
For three.
And Mark Ellis says, for GL question of the stream, I don't have a partner, but I like playing King Domino Duel versus a friend. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still a two-player
Applicable.
game. Yep.
It's an
Yeah.
Yep.
amazing two-player game. I agree.
Yeah. That's all the comments currently. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving out to second point, how to introduce board game to your SO. Siguro, my second tip is, okay, now that you know what they like, don't force it. Don't force it. Wag mong i-force na, yeah, okay. Oh, you like, so you like watching birds. Oh, I have a game called Bird Chat, something like that. I'm sure you will really like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I had this experience with my wife. This is like 2016. This is the first year in my hobby, and I was so enamored and with Lords of Waterdeep. That's my first worker placement game. Na sabi ko, sobrang ganda nito. Bakit ngayon ko lang na ano? Tapos we were playing it. I was telling my wife, sumama ka, sobrang ganda nito. And then, without considering her situation, na antok na pala siya, she's been in work, hindi ko tinanong kung kumusta yung work niya and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's so very supportive, ganun na siya, tahimik lang siya, so she will just join. And then after that, ayun, I noticed na she's not okay, we talked, na yun pala, hindi pala siya okay, so ayun, unfortunately, as solid as Lords of Waterdeep is, it leaves a sour taste in her.
Not
Na,
this year.
okay, I don't want to play that game again. So sayang, nasira lang tuloy yung pangalan ng game just because of what I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't I think that also happens many times, not just in diba? Even in friends, diba? So yeah, nasira tuloy yung game because of that. So don't try to force playing board games or board gaming to your significant other just because you want to play more games.
Yeah.
And kasi if that's the case, parang it's selfish. It's as harsh as it seems, it sounds, it's selfish because it's about you. I want to play more games. Halika, lalo tayo. So, siya, without considering her. So, yun lang, wag mo i-force. Siguro, one applicable tip or advice is when sometimes, most of the time, especially right now, minsan, kuwari, Saturday, okay, what do you want to do? Wag mo lang gawing option yung board gaming. Like, okay, well, what do you want to do today? I would say, sige, we could watch Netflix, or I could introduce you a new game, or we could play an old game, or we could just order something like that. So I believe it will just let it come naturally. Na give it as an option, pero don't just make it as the only option.
Yeah.
As if
Yeah.
yun lang yung gusto mong gawin with her, or with
Yeah.
him, or with your brother, sister, your friend, whatsoever, whosoever. So don't force it.
Just like forcing yung sinabi niya na forcing people to play games, no? Even if you're thinking about yung mga themes, like our first point, countering naman yung first point natin na parang this person is an architect, so floor plan lang yung ipapalaro sa niya. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Some people want to escape the work that they're doing also, or the hobby that they do. So hindi lang na parang kunyari architect siya, tas floor plan, I'm gonna do this na naman. Hindi, gusto mo to kasi ito yung ginagawa mo. Ganun din na parang at the same sense, don't force na yun lang yung pwede nang laruin. Baka for that person, a board game lalo na, could be an escape to another world for to be
Right.
acting something else, diba? So yeah, same thing, just don't force actually. Yun yung pinaka.
That was a good point. Di ko naisip yan. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the contrary of things, which possibly can happen. Yes, that's correct. I like that.
Tapos
Like-
on the topic of forcing things, sometimes you just have to have the right moment. Kasi parang for example, pagod from work, tapos parang, wait, tara, board game tayo. No, that will not fly. Because
Yeah.
you have to have the energy, the gusto, and again, what Ron said, board gaming should be intentional. Hindi yung parang you force it down on other people's throat because no one wants that. So sometimes hindi lang talaga swak yung time. Maybe you can also be patient. Sometimes na para, uy, tara laro tayong board game. Sabi, ma'am, maybe next time. So, hopefully, your significant other will warm up to the idea. Ay, tara, sige, we'll play board games. I'll give it a try. Pero you don't have to force things. Kasi it will just leave a sour note. Na
Yeah.
parang, yun nga, what you said, na parang you could have been patient, tas later on, eventually magugustuhan yung game.
Yeah.
Or kaysa naman sa parang you tried it, tapos hindi swak, tapos ayoko na mag-board game ever again.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah. I think that goes well also, not just for like syempre sa partner mo. Of course, that's our topic today, but also for
Yeah.
your friends, a group
For
of friends.
friends,
Uh,
for board
for-
game group.
Yeah. Minsan I do have like I invite, well, before the pandemic happened, no, but people go to my house, we hang out, magchichill lang, sometimes we watch a movie, we eat, and then lagi ko naisip, ayayin ko na sila mag board games. Ayayin ko na sila maglabas na tayo ng labas ko na kaya yung scythe, ganyan. Pero minsan talaga that the timing is not there, and you know that when everyone's not ready for board gaming, and sabihin mo na pinilit mo, hindi, maganda talaga to. For them, if hindi may level na parang satisfaction silang hindi na reach, sasabihin nila, hindi nga talaga. Parang, okay lang. It's okay. Next time we'll just say no to him talaga. We can just say ganyan. So we don't want to force it down their throats. And dun sa timing ni Dwayne, what he said, no. There's a perfect time for it na pwedeng sila na lang bigla yung magtatanong sa'yo. Like, a lot of my successful introduction to board gaming is yung sila yung magtatanong, Willow, maganda ba yung Marrakesh? And then I'll say, yeah, do you want me to teach it to you? Let them be the one to approach you. Yun yung
Yeah.
Gino says in the comments, sabi niya, in the same sense, I think we had the same, in the same sense, we have to tailor and appeal to the person's interest. I think also it's also important not to force someone to like or enjoy a game. Sometimes talaga a game won't click with them, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same lines dun sa ayo.
In your significant other, in your game group, sometimes hindi lang talaga nagkiklik. You just have
Yep.
to be honest with yourself. Tapos, the game is not parang the value of the game is still there. It's still a great game. Hindi lang talaga nagkiklik.
And games cannot rescue you for that. You really need to have the perfect timing, or a good timing at least. Yeah, so ayan. So yeah, those are good inputs, guys. I'm enjoying the discussion. So yeah, thank you for adding. I'm thank you, Gino, for that comment. It's really it's really insightful then. Totoo. And yeah, on my last point for how to introduce, now that that you know what they like, now that you know that you don't have to force. Let's say yung napa-oo mo sila. They said yes. Okay, let's play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my very important advice is to play games at their level and play without judgment. What do you mean when I say play at their level? Okay, yung na-excite ka, napalaro mo sila. Okay, naglaro kayo ng, let's say, Splendor, sobrang galing mo sa Splendor, kayo lagi nagta-top 1 sa mga tournament. Okay, so, gulpe mo. Okay, whenever you play, okay, laki silang nagugulpe. So, parang ang dating sa usually for first timers, I'm not good at this. Maybe I should not try it again.
Yeah.
Minsan ganun eh. So, you have to also level yourself na, okay, I have to play at their level. Sige, dati I watch other players' actions. I memorize what they took last turn. Ngayon, sige, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't take it seriously. But here's what's the good thing about casual gaming. There was this discussion we had recently with Ivan versus with casual and tournament level board gamings. Kasi kung casual, it's like you are more on your concern is, are they enjoying?
Yeah.
The tournament,
Yeah.
no, I have to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different scenario. You could be playing the same game, but you could be like
different mindset,
Yeah, yung
different
environment nagiging toxic, parang ganun.
Yeah.
So yun. And then aside from that level, don't play without judgment. If you see na you were teaching, tapos parang medyo nahirapan sila, okay, just be patient. Okay, ano yung may ano ba, nahirapan ka ba, or what is it na hindi mo naintindihan, or are you okay? Would you like to move it some other time? You don't you seem tired. Or maybe kunwari after the game, for you it's your number one game of all time, pero for them it's not. So don't try to nitpick yung level of enthusiasm nila sa'yo.
Yeah.
Just oh, okay. But instead be grateful that they gave you your time and stuff like that. And yun lang, yung having that environment, minsan you'll never know, baka like what happened to Willow. They would ask, okay, baka there are other game. Itong game na to, gusto ko matry ito.
Yeah.
So something like that's the next best thing that could happen. So ayun lang, that's the last part. Again, play games at their level and play without judgment.
Yeah. Dun sa playing games at their level, most of the time when just a tip for people now, when I play games with like new players, and let's say yung sa girlfriend ko na like viticulture, syempre I play a lot of viticulture, and then siya hindi niya pa gets yung process, ganyan. Sometimes what I do, even in video games and even in sports, I do this, but I set in my mind another goal, not necessarily to win, but like remember in Terraforming Mars when you played, my basically I was telling chat, my goal here is to just get Ganymede. Kinuha ni Dwayne. pero yun yung goal ko. Sabi ko, ito yung goal ko. Basta magawa ko to even if I lose, and it's not too serious. And then it's just good fun, no? So that's another tip na just make a goal for yourself na not necessarily to win, but to have fun and to make sure that the other people enjoy their play also.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought your goal was to terraform Mars.
No, it's okay.
I just drafted Ganymede. Anyway, going on to Morgan's topic, na play at their level. I totally agree with that. Also, parang I have a little different take because the people that I usually play with, my brother, my sister, they're very competitive and they don't want to be coddled. Parang they want, pero it goes
Don't
back
take
to
me lightly.
the other point na you have to know the people that you're playing with, your significant other, your family, kasi some people, they don't like na parang you're playing na parang na at a lower level just because they're newbies. No, they want to be challenged. There are people like that na it
Yes.
also is a valid way to do this. So parang you just have to tailor fit your strategy, and try your best to give parang when you're teaching the rules, the best na explanation, kasi sometimes when sometimes you tend especially if you're discussing to a new player, parang nagogloss over mo na yung like you say action placement to worker placement, action selection, tas parang
Yeah.
oops, hindi sila familiar sa mga terms na ganito. So yun, parang in that way, try to explain things as clearly as possible and don't overlook some terms just because you already know them. So
Yeah.
and with that, ask questions all the time na parang may clear ba, may hindi clear, and give them tips and give them all the tools so that they would succeed and they would have the most fun in the game. Dami
We
kong
do have
nasabi.
alam mo, dami tayong masasabi dito. We do have comments though. Pati sila madami sinasabi. Sabi ni Arthur Leon, siguro kung magaling ka masyado, one tactic I did was purposely lose sa significant other. Lose the game but win her heart. In the end, loving it. Give her the best moves and take the worst. Pwede rin naman ganun. sometimes kasi gusto nila, they want to play a game to be competitive. There are people who want to play the game to learn. There are people who want to play to enjoy. So may mga
Yeah.
ganun na tactics. Kio says pa shout out Papi Morgan.
Hey,
Shout
Kyo,
out.
Thank
shout out to
you.
Kyo, to my
There
brother
you go.
Kyo. All right.
And then Nathan says, ako nagmakaawa kay Mrs. kasi wala ako kalaro before. Now we play regularly with our kids. Gateway games help keep the kids' interest. And sometimes I let them win so the kids enjoy and want to play again. Co-op games also help keep them interested since we have a common goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yung
And yeah.
sige. Gusto ko lang talaga mag-jump in. So, when you want to let them win, don't make it obvious.
Oh yeah.
That
Yes,
is the
yes.
worst. Na
Yeah.
parang, ay, pinapanalo lang kita. Na
No, no,
that
no.
that will have the negative effect.
Yeah. Only do that when you're really trying and you're losing. Tapos, pinapanalo
There,
ka.
there was this story nga eh. Narinig ko sa kwento ni Denmark and Rujin from like they introduce Azul to their friends and then I don't know, it suddenly all of them just bought Azul and then like in their game group there are 5 copies of Azul just because they
Wow.
like the game siguro, yeah.
Yeah.
So that it can end up to that eh na nanalo ko, wow, this game is for me. Sige nga, saan nakakabili nito? Di ba, there are stories that I'm sure you guys can share stories like that na alam mo yun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's yung okay ako dito so something like that. Okay to, saan nakakabili nito? Okay.
And then Gina says, "Oh, very bad yung alpha gaming for newbies. We all know that one person who will dictate your moves for you. Sharing advice and strategies is okay, but don't spell out what they have to do. Or
Agree.
in the first few rounds, give them options, but would be nice for them to figure it out themselves. Be patient with questions also. Yep.
Totally agree.
I always tell when I'm teaching games, no, just okay. I gave you the rules and everything. If I did say it, you can ask me, but do what you can and figure it out how you can win to get points. Ganyan. If you need tips, I can tell you. I always tell tips. Pero basically, I gave you the rules. If you think this is cheating, let me know. But just do it. Parang do it on your own. Parang ganun. And figure it. Kasi not all strategies we all know already. And we all figured out. Minsan may mga strategies na iisipin ng non-gamer that is actually better than a gamer in a certain game. Yeah. And then Nathan says, agree ako kay Sir Arthelion, play on their level kasi nawawala interest minsan if you always lose. I remember playing with my wife before the game Ascension and Seven Wonders. We went like 17-16 win-loss record. I kept it close. I still won though. Pero close, at least close, diba? And nandun sila. Yeah. Kelvin also says another option is to purposely losing is just pick a harder strategy. You will also learn from it. That's like picking your own goal or your own strategy, and if it works, then even if you win, at least you learn from it. But it was harder for you. Basically, may handicap ka na. And then Arthelion said, well said, Dwayne, give your partner a close fight, but not fully giving the whole game. In that way, she can learn more about strats and appreciate the game in a whole new
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. So
Ganda ng
that's
discussion. Keep it
there's a lot.
coming, guys. Because again, this is not only solely for couples. This can be like a new board game group, family, anything. Ano lang, we just premise it na couples because
Yeah.
para lang, para lang maiba.
Something you can do with couples also kasi, or even just partners or even just you and someone else. And doesn't have to be hindi nga kailangan related. I mean, I've done teach people or like ano na inintroduce lang sa akin bigla just an acquaintance or in work parang ano lang. So yeah, this could be for any of those. Yeah.
Oh.
But I think we're gonna go to our last
Yeah, we're
part.
gonna go to the last topic for
All right.
tonight, which is what board games are best for couples. Basically, what board games are best for two players.
Two players. Let
We
me
we
change that.
we know that there's a lot of board games. Some board games are amazing kapag there are three or more players. There are some games that perfect for one player only. Pero there are also games na perfect for couples. So,
Yeah.
what's your take on
All right.
that?
I'll make this quick. This is medyo tumitinwik ko lang yung question a little bit. This doesn't necessarily be the best games that me and my wife really loves, but I just want to to make this question very special, especially for gaming libraries benefit then, because the game I have another three topics, 3 points on games I could recommend. These are games that we played, games we like to play na wala pa kami, never we, and games that are out of our collection but we will still recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is quick. First,
Yeah, okay.
on the five, is this five?
Five?
This is six. Six games. Okay, this dapat five to eh. Ano eh, sumobra. Okay,
Okay
go.
lang. More is
Five games.
more. More is better.
Five games that we have tried, we played, and that we highly recommend and we really like, we really love. And number one is It's a Wonderful World. These are not necessarily two-player only games. These are, in fact, these are multiplayer games that even scales well with two.
Yep.
All right. It's a
Yeah.
Wonderful World. Second recommendation, ito kanina lang namin nilaro and we really like it. I played it multiple times in Tabletopia. Unfortunately, wasn't able to introduce it to Dwayne because wala siyang account there. It's Mercado de Lisboa. Okay.
Ah.
Mercado de Lisboa is the latest filler game by Vital Lacerda. Yeah, filler game by Vital Lacerda. Parang,
Weird.
Parang... Anyway, next is Pandemic Legacy Season 1.
Ah.
Okay, I
Yes.
highly recommend this for couples. And hindi ko pa siya nalaro actually with 4. I cannot speak how it plays with 4, pero alam mo yon, for us to look forward for something, ay laruin natin na mangyayari, something like that. So it really is a good experience, and ayun lang, I'm happy that we both enjoyed the journey. Next is Wingspan. And Wingspan, the all-knowing Wingspan, sobrang ganda niya, and it's so very relaxing. It's even educational, even if you don't like birds. Alam mo yun, yung the process of making combos, of making your engine, is very fulfilling. And ito, latest discovery namin to, we just recently dive into application-driven games. Chronicles of Crime, whatever volume, siguro whatever version that you have, nalaro pa lang namin yung base, thanks to my friend Ivan for lending me his copy. And ayun, we really liked it. And there was, yun talaga, even kahit newbie, alika, upo ka dito, you don't have to teach anything.
Yeah.
You just have to discuss. And that's it. It's really immersive. And lastly, Century Golem plan? Century's
Spice Road.
Road Golem Edition. And the key here is all of these games are available right now in gaming library. So yeah. I really picked this kasi I want this list to be accessible. Sayang naman sa mga nanonood if okay, I want to try that. So if you're looking for that, it's really available at the gaming library page. I was browsing their Lazada kanina, right now actually, to check this out. And yeah, and these are the games that we really love and that we have played. Okay.
Yeah.
Another
Great,
5 games.
Great recommendations.
Yeah.
I would just say.
I want to touch on yung Pandemic Legacy Season 1 kasi it gives you the parang you and me against the world feels. Parang it's up to us. We have to work together. And a lot of co-op games are great for couples kasi parang it gives you na parang you have to work together, you have to synergize, and parang usually in a co-op game, you have strengths and weaknesses as a player character. So you have to complement each other. So parang it's an analog rin to a relationship na parang we have strengths and weaknesses na parang you try to complement each other so that you can win in the game called life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to add to Pandemic Legacy and also some other games, yung Pandemic Legacy, it really ticks that box when you want to create memories together. I would say if you play it, actually kami hindi pa nga kami tapos but siya na yung namimilit sa akin na pag when she visits me, well, let's play Pandemic Legacy. Ako minsan parang I don't wanna teach more stuff, but yeah, so it really ticks that box na creating memories through board games, no? And then Chronicles of Crime, you wouldn't dun mo lang maririnig yung mga kalaro mo na sasabihin, hindi baka si ganyan, si ganito, tas si ganyan. Hindi, I think si ganyan yung nagpatay tapos ginanyan niya ganun. Sobrang ano ng
Diba?
discussion sa Chronicles of Crime. And I mean Dwayne played it with me on stream. I play it a lot off stream. And same, it creates a lot of memories. The stories that it shows you, you experience it together. So really, really good recommendations.
Really, really good recommendation.
Thank you. Okay, so siguro I'm not sure if that's overkill. Should I share the next 5 games?
Go, Mark.
Okay.
Sure,
These,
go
these are
ahead.
these are the 5 games we also like to play. Again, it's available locally, and unfortunately, one of them is wala na, which is number 1, Lord of the Rings: Journeys of the Middle Earth. Yeah,
Yes.
it won the Dice Tower
Boss.
award last 2000 for best cooperative games, and because of Chronicles of Crime, I just it opened my eyes to, okay, sige, let's try app-driven games. And I'm not a fan of the Cthulhu theme, unfortunately, but buti na lang may Lord of the Rings. So yeah, this is one of the things I want to try. I also want to try Destinies. Destinies. Creators of Chronicles of Crime, which is also app-driven. This is also what we want to try. And we also wanted to... I had this before, and I just actually bought this back. Is Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion.
Nice.
Yes.
Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. The next two, all of these are somehow RPG style games, like fantasy style, because somehow when I jump into the board gaming hobby, I was really into playing RPG video games.
Yeah.
And ito yung mga games na how I wish I like, pero for some reason napunta ako sa Euro. Bakit Euro? Okay, sa mga dry theme. So yun. So if I'm going to jump into the thematic gaming, ito siguro yung mga kukunin ko. Next is, I also want... we were discussing Marvel a while ago. So I was also intrigued in experiencing Marvel Champions, but a lot of friends are warning me, you might go to the rabbit hole. But
It is
just
a
for the
rabbit
fun
hole.
of experiencing it, kahit the base lang, yun, siguro the Marvel Champions. And lastly, what I would we still like to play, that I personally hear good things about it, is New York Zoo. New York Zoo. Yeah,
New
it brings
York
the
Zoo.
nostalgia of, somehow there's something with those Tetris style games that
Yep.
caught our attention.
Yeah.
Yan. So ayan.
Yeah.
And
Ngayon ko lang
siguro,
pala, ay, sige, go ahead.
go ahead, Ben.
Ngayon ko lang naisip yung idea na parang it could be a fun date night, na parang movie night, then a board game related to that movie. So parang
Yeah.
New York Zoo, tapos we built a zoo. Parang, or parang World War Z, tapos Pandemic Legacy. Oh,
Oh my God. Or any of the
parang,
Marvel movies, and then just play Marvel
yeah,
United.
the Marvel version of it sa Marvel Champions.
Yeah.
Kasi
Yung
parang,
mga-
pero kasi the movie is very passive. Parang you're just watching it. But when you're playing the game, you're immersed in it. Na parang you're building, you're making decisions, you're doing things that affect the story, especially if it's like a campaign or a story-based game. Na parang you make memories na parang layers na yung experience. So it could be like a fun date night activity that you can do for our watchers, our
Yep.
viewers.
Yep. And siguro, just to end the show, siguro games that didn't click to us, but I personally would still recommend. Why?
Mhm.
Like, I like the point that Dwayne opened up a while ago, that there are, like, in the case of her siblings, they were so very competitive na in the case na they don't want Ted to be cuddled. Yes, there are those type of people, which, and unfortunately there are also games that are meant to be competitive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just didn't click to us. And there's just a couple of games that I have in mind. Is number 1 is Calico, and number 2 is Watergate. Calico, yeah, it's a tile building game. It's not about cats, but it has a cute art of those cats. How I wish Isle of Cats has that art.
Mhm.
And then So it's just basically doing patterns and stuff and colors. And lastly, Watergate. It Watergate is something is a recommendation by a friend. It this actually surprises me because personally I am not interested in politics and in history. So you don't have to know these themes, but the mechanic itself, it's a tug of war game that can even trigger or maybe scratch the itch if you are a TCG player, something like or who
Mm.
plays Magic. Those two asymmetric decks could could be somehow challenging in a way that it would also be pleasing to your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually what I can share for tonight.
Thank
Nice.
you very much. Yes. Do we have some before
We
we end
do. Sabi ni
mga mga
Nathan says,
comments?
I personally love it when my kids or my wife actually outplay me. Losing never felt so good. That is true.
Kaya parang the master has now become a student. Tapos
Yeah,
parang
I love it when when I lose to my brothers also. When I teach them a game for like tapos sila yung mag-figure out ng strategy that beats me. Sabi ni
they're
Nathan, yep.
yeah. Ay, sorry. Parang there's a moment in a game, tas you can see it in their eyes na parang nagets na nila, tas parang nagets na niya, tas parang tas you can see the wheels turning in their brain, tas parang ako, I'm so proud.
I'm so proud. You're backstabbing me, but I'm so proud.
Yes. I mean, it hurts my game, but yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah. Nathan says, I want to get Wingspan, but I spent so much in gaming library the past month already, around 7K plus. I still want to get Wingspan and the Dice Throne. Budget, Nathan. I think you should limit yourself also, but thank you for buying from gaming library. Wala na daw siyang budget. There's also a 99 sale. Thank you, Ronnie. 99 sale very soon. If you don't follow
Definitely.
our Lazada store and our Shopee Mall, please do follow those stores. They're gonna be announcing it there. And also, once in a while, check out the gaminglab.com website. Sabi ni
Because
Nathan,
some
may...
games, they got repriced. I just saw one game na parang, wow, mas
Yeah.
mura na siya.
Yeah. Check out gaminglab.com. Nauna, ako nagpapalit ng price lagi. Pag sinabihan na ako, inuuna ko na yun sa Gaming Lab. So, check nyo muna yun. May discount naman ako sa website, kaya doon na ako pumila. Right, great.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah. The GLX promo is all up until
December only.
this year.
Yeah.
'Cause
So, malapit na. 10% din yun, guys. I mean,
that's a lot.
it's good. It's gonna go. It might go back to the 5%, 3% again by the end of the year. So,
Yeah. And we have
if
to
you're
wait until 15th anniv, 20th. Tagal pa.
yeah, if you're not in the bronze or silver, at least silver membership yet, I really suggest you're gonna save more. Promise, you're gonna save more when you reach that talaga. And then Arthelion says Euro. I think Arthelion is the one who streams, diba?
Yeah,
Sure
may
about that.
stream
Nice.
si Art,
There you go.
Artelion Gaming. Morgan was a guest a while back.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do something Art together. I will
Yeah,
just
sure.
contact you because
Yeah, let's play together
we
also.
want to highlight board game creators.
Yeah, also if wag ka mahiya, can you just put your link of your Facebook page into the comments?
Yeah,
we
definitely.
can shout you out.
Yeah.
And then since he's here, he has top recommendations for two players. Jaipur.
Jaipur,
Resource management. I think this wait,
Geister.
Geister.
Hindi ako familiar sa Geister, but I
Ako
will
din.
check it out.
And then Goblet Gobblers for this episode.
Goblet Gobblers, it's like
For kids
a
and
higher
family.
level
Yeah.
tic-tac-toe pero very competitive rin.
Rumi Cube. I like Rumi
Ooh.
Cube also.
How does it play na 2 players?
If you go to our store, they play it a lot. Kung dati nung wala pang pandemic. Yan. Sushi Dice and Fast Track Dexterity. Geek for 2 players, Star Realms. And then
Star Realms, it's a good 2-player game.
Hero Realms. And then Magic the Gathering for old school. Keyforge. And then Filipino themed is Darna and Reverse Sungka.
Tama.
And start from something she knows, then from their progress. Thank you for those recommendations. And you guys can
Yes.
check Arcelion out at facebook.com youtube.com/Arthelion. There you go. I
There
think
you
he
go.
plays a lot. There you go. Yeah.
He's
So
magic and board games and a lot.
yeah. So that's gonna be the show for tonight. Thank you, Morgan, for gracing us with your presence and your
It's a pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me, and I hope this will help the community grow, even encourage more
Definitely.
people to play games.
and to invite more people to play games. Yeah. For Wednesday, we're still gonna be streaming there. That's gonna be 8 o'clock on Facebook and on YouTube. It's gonna be Top Shelf.
Top
Uh, and
shelf.
what I'm thinking is a top shelf of two-player games. So if you guys want to continue the
Ah,
discussion there on Wednesday, please do drop by facebook.com gaming library and also G Live Game Night on YouTube. And also same on Friday, we're still gonna do our G Live Game Night where we play games, we teach games. If you guys wanna request a game or if you wanna play a game with us, just go on to G Live Game Night community Facebook group. Just comment there or just post na you wanna learn, let's say a game in on Steam or in BGA, anything would be, we'll try to make a schedule for it. And yep. Dwayne, do you have anything else?
on Monday, that's already September 6th. We do have a special show, and
What?
because that is the show just before the 9/9 sale, so expect
Oh,
something big
Yeah.
will
sana may
happen.
sneak peek.
If you guys know Chief Meeple, he's not gonna let go na wala siya sa mga ganun natin na show.
Kaya
But yeah.
parang pasabog.
May pasabog talaga. And you know what happens pag nandyan si Chief Meeple. Anyway, Arthelion also says, thanks, Dwayne, Willow, and Morgie. I enjoyed the show. Please release more contents like this. We are trying our best to get more contents like this, more guests, more people to discuss with. And thank you for commenting, everyone. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nathan, Ronnie, Arthelion, Kelvin, Gino, Jake, Luvin, Mark, Ellis, Ron. I'm going
Ang,
through everyone. But if I
ang ganda ng
mentioned you, Sam,
discussion eh. Like,
yep.
yun, that's what I like about this community. Parang just keep the comments, the discussion. Because, that's one way that we can grow the community. And we can grow the hobby and we make it a safe space for everyone.
Yeah. But thank you guys for dropping by. I hope to see you again on our next live stream. Let's discuss more there. Chat tayo if you want more two-player recommendations. We might be there. We're gonna try to get a guest also. Tingnan na lang natin kung sino. But thank you guys for being here. I hope to see you on our next stream. Peace. Bye.